Alright, here we are, day 2. We're out in the winter border blast up in New Brunswick, Sackville, New Brunswick. We left the hotel this morning about 9:30 or so, quarter to 10. Got lost 3 or 4 times, or got turned around 3 or 4 times. Now we're continuing on. Heading toward Capelé, New Brunswick. Hopefully. It's interesting up here. They've got 2 trail systems. They've got one for the ATVs and one for the snowmobiles, and some tracks are shared, like the one that we're on right now. There's signs for both. But there's areas where you're going along and it says ATVs left and snowmobiles straight or right or whatever, but they go in a different direction. It's amazing how snowmobiles and ATVs can coexist in New Brunswick, but they can't seem to coexist in Nova Scotia. So far, it's been some great trails. Just more or less trying to figure out exactly where we're going on the GPS. Yeah, so ATVs left and right, and snowmobile straight. So there you go. There's an example of it right there. Since we didn't make it to supper last night, it turns out they went to Capelé for supper, and we didn't make it, so I don't know exactly which way they went. So I've been following the GPS here, but it's hasn't been the greatest thing to follow. Right, we just left the Maverick Cook shelter there. Try to figure out where we're going here. We're going in the wrong direction altogether for Capelé. So we're just gonna see where we end up. That'll be that. Trails are even icy over here. It's just solid ice from beginning to end. Very little mud, very little traction if you don't have studs. Coming up to a covered bridge. Guessing the trail is just on the other side. Very cool. Don't think I've ever been across a covered bridge before. That's pretty cool. A little bit of mud on this side. Woo-hoo-hoo, baby! It's quite a rooster tail. We just drove through followed the trail, and it went right across the front of a playground. And that is the weirdest thing. It's awesome, but it seems so weird because, geez, we wouldn't be allowed to do anything like that in Nova Scotia. It leaves a trail in the grass. Jeez. It's nice to see New Brunswick appreciates the economic impact. I can tell you one thing. There's no shortage of money at that Coastal Inn Hotel or motel this weekend. The trucks and bikes and side-by-sides and everything that are around that place this weekend is just insane. Every room was booked in both hotels, the Tantramar Motel and the Coastal Inn. They were both booked solid as far as I know. I don't think there's any rooms left. And that's just a local club putting on a rally. It would be nice if the government in Nova Scotia would clue into the fact that we can pump a lot of money into an economy in these rural towns that could certainly use it. A little rougher trail over here. Apparently we're heading towards Shediac and Moncton. So, I think it said it was 40 kilometers to Moncton. It was probably 10 kilometers ago. It's amazing because you can really put down some distance on these trails because they're relatively smooth. You're not spending a whole bunch of time trying to get through stuff. You can just put down the kilometers. We just stopped at another shelter there, and boys told us that we had to continue down here and cross the road here in a little bit, and we'll end up out in Dieppe at a big shelter. So check that out. Shelters everywhere up here. I love it. It's so nice. You could easily go out for a day with your family and just say, you know what, we're going to go back to the Memram Cook shelter and have lunch today. Or we're going to go back, we're going to go to the Dieppe shelter and have lunch today. Or whatever, and just spend the whole day out here. It'd be awesome. It would be pretty cool to see a moose. Haven't seen a moose in a long time. Last time I saw a moose was up in Cape Breton in the Highlands years ago. I don't really want to see one up close and personal, but wouldn't mind seeing one off in the distance. Man, there's a big shelter. Holy smokes. It's as nice as some people's houses. Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah. This looks interesting. This is the way the trail goes. But, yeah. It's not looking good. Lots of broken winch cables and tow straps. So, we've thought better of attempting to cross this river. Does not look like the best idea with the amount of broken winch cables and tow straps and some wood here for whatever reason. I think best bet is just to turn around. I don't want to go through river and somewhere in New Brunswick. Not even really sure where we are. There's like maybe a crossing there, but alright, let's get out of here. Having a great time though, I gotta say. Would be nice if we had a mapped out route though. I mean, it is cool to just go out and explore and get some tracks laid down on the GPS and stuff like that, but it would have been nice if they had a marked route that took you to different sites and whatnot. It's okay if you're from here because you probably know a lot of the trails, but there's a lot of people from away that don't necessarily know where they're going. I got the GPS track, but all the tracks were laid out in like, I thought it would just come up as one big map and I could kind of navigate around it, but that's the way it comes up on the computer, but they all came up in individual little tracks, and I don't know where we're at on the map, or I mean, as opposed to what track I need and all that stuff. So anyway, we're just exploring. Not all that wander are lost. But we do have to get out to somewhere, get some gas for this, because I forgot to top it up before we left. And we've put probably close to 80 kilometers on so far. And it's only a little after 1 o'clock. So, get some gas, and I'd like to sit down somewhere and have some food would be really nice. That's why we were hoping to go to Capilet, but that's not looking like it's going to happen. Last time we saw was 95 kilometers, I think. I mean, that was a while ago, but not going to take chances crossing rivers if we don't know for one, we don't know the river, and for two, the ice is soft and looks like lots of people have gone through it, and it's a lot of shell ice, so we don't really want to be trying to pull a machine out of a river. Alright, we're in search of fuel, I believe. Yep, there it is, right across the street. Perfect. Then maybe we can find some food too, that'd be great. Decent food. Oh, this is a Miro Street, okay. Fill on the side. So she stops spinning so much. Don't want to tear up the tear up the trail too bad. Quite a view. There's the Irving. Apparently Norm's Pizza is very close by. So we're told. There's another trail going that way. Nice. These pizzas never look so good. Never had it. They say it's good. Better be, because I am starved. I haven't ate since 9 o'clock this morning. Alright, we just had some pizza here at Norm's Pizza. It was good. And met up with a group here from New Brunswick anyway. I forget where he said. I think he lives in Dieppe. Guy in the commander. And anyway, thankfully they know where they're going. So we're going to follow them over to the lake shelter where the Norm and the Jammers are going to be tonight. Or Norm the Jammer? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's where we're going. Should be a time. Man, look at the ice. The ice in the river. That's crazy. Just gouge it right out. So we're headed to Lake Shelter. Apparently, so we were at one this morning in Maverick, the Aubrey Shelter or Aubrey Shelter, I don't know, probably massacring the name, but anyway. We were there this morning and we thought that's where we had to be tonight, but apparently there's more than one shelter in Maverick, and we need the Lake Shelter, so that's where we're headed. I guess it's not overly far away. So, anyway. Man, absolutely beautiful day. Holy crap. Great weather. Can't complain. A little muddy. Anywhere she's thawed out, she's definitely muddy. Holy. Certainly is made for a hell of a run. It's been fun all day. Here we are, lake shelter. Geez, we weren't far away at all. Just leaving the lake shelter. I don't know if we're gonna stick around. It's only 5:30 and the entertainment's not till 9 o'clock, so we'll go for another little rip, and if we end up back there, great. If we don't, well, oh well. I could run these trails all friggin' day, man. This is great riding. It's nice to have a little bit of both, but right now, this is great. Done lots of technical riding in the last little while, so it's kind of nice to have a break. And the camera's on low battery. Everything's pretty soft right now. The ice is nice and soft. It's all shaved up, and for Steve, it's got a fair amount of traction. But I think he's a little concerned about what's going to happen tonight, because there's lots of stories of how bad the trails got after the sun went down last night. Everything froze up pretty good. A lot of people don't have studs, so there's a couple of minor accidents last night. There's another shelter. We can go check out the other shelter. Shelter Lord. Or day, I don't know. I'm not French. It's getting cold, that's for sure. Sun's down, getting down, and it's getting cold. Just blows my mind that the trails just go right through somebody's backyard, right through somebody's field, and they don't have a problem with it. It's just amazes me that they can get along. I'm sure there's issues, just like everything else, but you would not see that in Nova Scotia. Certainly doesn't seem like it anyway. Right up along the side of somebody's house. Geez, you know what? We were on the same trail this morning. Huh, I don't know how we looped around, but we looped around somehow. We're going back the same way. Alright, not sure how that happened. Yep, we came through here this morning. Yep, here's the Abri shelter. I'm not sure how we pulled this one off. I'm not sure how we pulled that off. Ended up back here. So we're headed back to the lake shelter. We were out at the other shelter there for a while, Le Lord, and realized that I'm definitely not French. I was calling it the Abri shelter. Yeah. Abri or Abre or however the hell you pronounce it in French means shelter in French. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not French.